But I'm like, I used to be so tight. I was like, dang, I want to go to these sleepovers. But my grandma, she was never into that sleepover stuff. And like, I was like, y'all have the nerve to send me to private school. Y'all know these white people be loving sleepovers and doing all this stuff. And I can't go to not one. What's going on? She'd be like, I don't know what's going on in their house. I know what's going on in my house. You have people come to my house? Nobody's trying to come to our house. We don't even have cable. We got illegal cable. Nothing works in the house. I was like, who am I trying to get to come to the house? What's happening?
Yep. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal episode of My Mama Told Me, the podcast where we dive deep into the pockets of Black conspiracy theories, and we finally work to prove that if Danny Glover ever clears his throat, he is going to sound exactly like Cardi B. I swear to God, there is 105 years of dust caught in that man's windpipe, and if he just would go he'll sound like a girl from the Bronx, like he's back on the block. Danny from the Bronx, that's what we used to call him back when I was a kid. Anyway, I'm your host, Langston Kerman. I'm coming in hot as always, making fun of our elders. You know how I misbehave. It truly is. I'm not getting better, folks. Everybody, you tweet me and you tell me you gotta fix your personality. I say, fuck you. This is me for the rest of my life. And I shouldn't speak to you that way. You're a fan and I should be more careful with my fans. But I'm not. You know who is careful, I think, with her fans? You know who seems like she's very kind and very responsible with everyone who speaks to her. And so far, I can say with absolute certainty, she's been nothing but kind in our interactions. It's my guest today. She's so funny, so talented, an actor, a writer, a talent in many ways, so many ways. And you know her specifically from the show Ghosts on CBS Thursdays. So goddamn talented. Please give it up for Miss Danielle Pinnock.
Hey, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Hell
Come on,
yeah.
intro.
Yeah, I try to make them nice and warm for people.
Well, listen, I'm warm. This is good. And I'm such a huge fan of you and the podcast.
Oh, thank you. I say so many irreverent things that I never want people to feel like they're tied to the bullshit that I'm putting out in the world. You know what I mean? Like whatever I'm doing, you don't have to be a part of that. I'll give you a decent intro, and then if you decide to play along in it, that's on you, sister. You're trapped in this hell with me too.
And shout out to Danny Glover and I'm dead on that. Give that man a cough drop ASAP.
Please, just get him a what are the ones, the Ricola. Get him a Ricola.
Ricolas or some Mucinex, please.
Come on, Danny. You got it. The allergies, it can't be all season, Danny. There is a winter somewhere. You gotta clear your throat, man.
Oh God, I'm dead.
Right.
That's so true.
We can't keep riffing on Danny Glover all day, although I would happily do that for an entire podcast, because you came with a conspiracy theory, and maybe it's even we're putting a little bit of a wider breadth on how we think about conspiracy theory in this case. But you came with, I think, is a really interesting, exciting conspiracy theory. You said, my mama told me.
If you dream of fish, it means someone is pregnant.
Yes, without question. My whole family is Jamaican, so I mean, we are conspiracy theorists. We love it. But the fish thing is a huge thing in my family. And my mom, every time she dreams of fish, a cousin is pregnant. It's wild.
Whoa.
Like, literally, it's wild. And then, like, she'll, like, call people and be like, this is the date and time I dreamed of it. Write it down. And then, sure enough, a month later, boom, somebody's pregnant. It's wild.
Whoa. So your mom, in this case, your mom specifically is the fish whisperer. She is the...
She is.
She's the one that's the key to everybody's fish omens.
Exactly. She's wild. I mean, she's a seer. She definitely is a prophet in her own mind. So shout out to mom.
Yeah, I mean,
and
shout
her
out.
dreams.
I love, I would say more rare than I would even expect on this show are people actually giving us conspiracy theories their mother told them or their mothers are putting out in the world. So this is very exciting. A lot of times
I
it's just a
know.
fuck nigga in a barbershop that said it, and we got to follow that train. You know what I mean?
No, this is definitely something that's been passed down in my family. And yeah, I kind of believe it. Nobody's dreamed of fish for me yet. And I'm like, thank you. Let me continue to get my ghost checks so I can pay off my student loans. Don't dream of no damn salmon. I'm good. I'm good. I don't want it.
As a recent father, I can assure you it does change the way those checks cut up and enjoy that check. And you know what I mean? Enjoy the profit you're making from CBS.
Yeah, I got a couple more things I got to fix up, finish off paying my student loans and, just enjoying having coins for the first time.
Yeah.
I got to enjoy it.
I love that. Let me ask you this question because you're saying your mom has these dreams and she's had them multiple times for, you said cousins that then ended up pregnant. So she has the dream. Does she then like first thing in the morning call them and be like, yo,
yes, she
you
does.
are pregnant?
Well, the Caribbean thing really isn't a call. It's a WhatsApp. So she's on WhatsApp.
Sure.
She'll send her, she gonna send her little, her biblical scripture of the morning with Jesus and the cross glowing. And then she'd be like, look, I just had a dream of fish. Christine is about to be pregnant. Get ready. And people are like, okay. But my aunts are like, okay, boom, great. Everybody starts going into like Power Ranger form. They're like, okay, this is going to happen. She's kind of like the Zordon where she's like, this is happening. Y'all get into formation.
It's just her head in a window being like, you're pregnant. And you're like, damn, all right, we got to. Yeah.
It's go time.
My favorite thing about WhatsApp is that the memes are always just askew from what everyone else is doing on every other app. So my mom lives in Ghana and almost exclusively uses WhatsApp. And it's the same shit we got, but there's something a little fucked up about it. And then you're like, it's like when, those games where they'd be like, spot what's wrong in this picture. And it's like, oh, that's WhatsApp memes.
That's it. I wish HBO would do a documentary on these people who are making these memes for WhatsApp because they are so specific. Like, who's doing all of these religious memes? Like, they're putting the time into it in Photoshop.
It's like
wild.
One wife of a pastor learned basic Photoshop and was like, I got it. I'm going to take care of
Sis
all of
is
y'all
on Canva. She's on the Canva app. Really, she's getting it in on Canva, and shout out to her.
She works hard. She deserves some love. Okay, so your mom, your mom is sending people into action. She calls them. Is there ever a point that someone has been at all resentful of the phone call where they were like, hey, don't call me with that shit. Hey, leave me the fuck alone with these fish dreams.
Nah, because you know what the thing is, it's like Caribbean moms, all they want is grandkids. Like literally, that is their whole lot in life. Like my mom comes from a huge family. She has 12 brothers and sisters. Okay. And everybody got pregnant. I have so many cousins. And even cousins I probably don't even know about. And like, I grew up as an only child, but like the block was hot with aunties and uncles. So it was just like, we were one big family. And like everybody's just happy to be pregnant. I think to be honest, I'm the only one that's like, because I'm in the arts and like in the entertainment industry where I'm like, well, hold on now, wait. Wait a minute. So I'm so happy my cousins have kids. So the attention, the spotlight is on them right now.
Right. But and with so many cousins, the attention, it can be spread out over many decades to make sure that you are never the focal point of this whole thing.
Exactly. I'm scared though, because my grandmother actually called my mom 2 weeks ago and was like, I think Danielle's about to have a son. She's like, write the date down. I had a dream. It wasn't a fish. She had actually a dream of the actual child, me in labor. And she was like, it's a boy. See, These Jamaicans, I'm trying to tell you,
yeah.
it's always something. It's always something.
As somebody who grew up strictly African American, a lot of that shit be scaring me. Where it's like, oh no, now I got to service like a type of like ancestry and sort of like rules that don't exist for us. You know what I mean?
That's
it's just a lot.
I used to hate when I was like in middle school or high school when I would try to go to a sleepover and I'd be like, all right, I'm about to go. And my mom be like, I had a dream. You're staying home. And I'm like, dang, I can't do nothing.
Hating
I was
dream.
so close. I was so close. She'd be like, stay home. Stay home. And nothing was happening that day on sleepover. They
that
was
was what I was
going to
ask you. Was there ever a point where like your mom would stay home and then it was like a Final Destination thing where like a house fell on the girls that were sleeping over or something like that?
Nothing. They were there watching Cruel Intentions. Like that was literally all that was happening. That was it. That was it.
It's also one of those things where it's like, basically, you are now being tasked with the ability to prove her dream wrong. And it's like, my nigga, I wasn't even there for whatever you're, you know what I mean? I'm not in your brain. I can't prove nothing that you're saying wrong. I'm
Exactly. Exactly. Yo, my family used to be so OD. Like, I just wanted to do normal things like wear Juicy Couture and paint my nails. But they had me looking like Maxine Waters and Steve Harvey's love child in these like Burlington Coal Factory 3-piece suits with a pocket square. Like, I used to look so crazy in school coming up. And I was just like, what's the point? What's the point?
Damn. So at any point, because I feel like you have to have at least addressed this with your mom to be like, yo, what was up with the pocket squares and the shoulder pads? Like, what was happening? Has she ever been like, yo, you're right, I was bugging, I shouldn't have done that to you?
No, because Caribbean people are dramatic, right? So when they see dress code, they're like, boom, Sunday's best. And I was like, that's not what it means. We could just do a nice little skirt and a little cardigan. It doesn't need to be all that. My grandma, when she saw dress code, she was like, she about to be sharp. But I'm like, Grandma, I look crazy. Why are we shopping at Land's End when I'm 9 years old?
Yeah,
what's going on?
They're literally not even making these clothes for me. This is
literally in the limited, like full suits. My mom used to have me, I don't know if y'all know this store, but Annie Says, which was like a store exclusively for suits. It was literally, if you were a lawyer, that's where you went. If you wanted a discount suit, you went to Annie Says. And my mom would get the 2 for 1. She would get 1 for her and 1 for me. And I'd be like, why are we matching?
Yes, not only should you not be putting me in a suit, but to make me wear the same suit as you is maybe the rudest thing any human could possibly do to a child.
We looked like the Caribbean version of twins. Like, I was clearly Danny DeVito. Like, I looked a mess. And I was like, I look like a freaking district attorney at 10 years old. Y'all are playing me. I'm trying to get a boyfriend. I'm trying to have crushes. I'm not going to get no crushes at kickball in pantyhose and a slip. It's not happening.
I will say that I'm sorry that happened to you. I hope that you have fully recovered. It is giving me some idea of what I plan to do to my own daughter in preparation for any point where she starts to become attracted to the opposite sex or any sex, frankly. I don't want her to find joy ever. So, yeah, she's
Y'all
gonna
be in matching suits.
Yeah, me and her, we're gonna be both dressed like Detroit Red, walking around. You know what I mean? Just looking ridiculous. Big old zoot suits.
I'm dead. Listen, don't do that to her, please. Don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it.
We're going to have big zoot suits and fedoras and pocket watches. And that's going to be our style.
Dear God, help. Send help. Police.
Somebody be like, hey, what time is it? And be like, I got you, player. I got you, big dog.
Exactly.
Flip that pocket watch out.
Hated it.
So your
hilarious.
mom is a dreamer of sorts. Your grandmother, it sounds like, has a little bit of the same energy.
Yes.
Did you at all absorb some of this? Did you ever become a little bit of a seer?
You know, hilariously, yes. I have incredible moments of deja vu. And what I started actually doing in the pandemic is writing some of the dreams down. And like, I would like, things would happen. Like, I definitely had a dream 10 years before I met my husband. And I was just like, oh, I just think this is like so stupid because my husband is white. He's the first white person I ever dated in my life. Yeah. And I was like, this is never going to happen. And I was like, this is clearly just a dream. And it must be because I was listening to Justin Timberlake. There's no reason. Like, I was like, it has to be Justin's fault. Okay, that was a weird dream. Who's this white man that I'm marrying? There's no way. Yeah. And like, when I went to school on our first date, I was like, yo, I think we're about to get married. And he was like, what?
You, wait.
I was like, I think we're about to get married. I was like, this is crazy. I did, because it freaked me out.
This unsuspecting like, white man, you walked up to him and you were like, yo, I think we getting married.
Yo, I was like, I think we're about to get married. And I was like, I don't want to get married. But I had this dream, and you look just like this guy in the dream. And he was laughing so hard. And I was like, thank God he doesn't think I'm like out of my mind. And then sure enough, 2.5 years later, marriage.
Damn. I thought you were going to say, and sure enough, I was out of my mind. And that's how I ended up here.
Exactly.
I was crazy as a soup sandwich the whole time.
Exactly.
No, I think truly if my wife would have come up to me and been like, I think we're going to get married. I'd be like, all right, well, this has been a lovely
this has
chat.
Been such a great.
I'll cherish this bond forever, but I'm going elsewhere with my energy.
Deuces.
Goodbye. So it sounds like you met the perfect person for you.
Yeah, he's zany just like me. We're a bag of tricks in real time.
Hell yeah. Is he at all nervous about your grandmother and your mother foreseeing your future in any kind of way? Does he buy into this? Is he a believer?
He is now, because, you know, he's British. So they're very skeptical about everything. They see the glass as non-existent. It's not half full. It's not even there. Do you know what I mean? Right. So, but at first he was just like, okay, this is weird. And then my mom, when she first met him, had a dream about this. This is how deep this goes. My grandmother, like when I was 16 years old, was like, you're about to marry this white man with red hair. And I was like, you're on drugs.
Whoa.
I was like, take your blood pressure pills. You're on drugs. Hold on,
wait a minute.
So that's how they get you.
That's how they get you.
I was like, you're on drugs. And then my mom had a similar dream while I was in college. Didn't tell me. Wrote it down, though. And then when she met Jack in person, she was like, wow, that's so crazy. That's my son-in-law. And never said anything. Said that to him. And he was laughing. He was like, y'all are crazy. Literally wrote it down and was like, I had a dream you're about to marry this man with red hair.
So
insane.
So she red hair in her dream as well.
In her dream too. Damn, and I was like, these are jokes.
Yeah, but poor Jack this whole time just keeps being bombarded with various women from your family being like, you know, you're getting married. He's like, dog, I just met y'all.
And that's the thing for me. I never wanted to get married. That was never my thing. I knew because my mom and dad, they got divorced. I said, I have no interest. I just want to have a whole phase for the rest of my life. That's all I wanted. And I was like, and I could have a couple friends. I could go and see my boo in Brooklyn. I could see my boo in LA. I could go to Canada, have a boo in Canada. That was where I was trying to live for myself. And I was like, this guy's so cute. This is going to be cute for England. This is going to be my boo in England. And then I'm going to meet my Idris Elba and it's going to be fine. Right? And then, then, yo, we got to this relationship and I was like, yo, this man is actually really dope. But I'm scared because he's outside of my race and I've never done that before. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what the expectations are. What is his family about to be like? I have a absolute fear of white women, like truly terrified.
They're a haunting bunch.
You know, like a true terror. I think it has to do with, you know, life, private school. So I was like, oh God, what's his mom about to be? What is it about to be? And when I met his family, they were so loving. They're a modern family. His sister is married to somebody from Mumbai. He got 2 lesbian aunties. His mom and dad, they're like, they're just like they own a farm. Like it's just real. It's a lot going on in the family. So I was like, okay, I'm here with them.
They're counterculture whites.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I got you.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, it's not giving like Get Out. But I was like, they're okay.
They're not tricking
they're
you.
Okay. Exactly.
Okay.
Because I came in there like, hello. I was like, what are we doing? But like his mom, I was like, what y'all gonna do to me? Like, what's gonna happen? I was so freaking out every 5 minutes. But his mom is like the sweetest human being in the world. I love his family so much. But like, it was wild. I did not know this man was gonna be my husband.
And so in that way, he was exactly who they should have been dreaming of, because not only is he this red hair white man of time, but he also is the type of person who legitimately could embrace some of the things that otherwise might scare a different person off.
Yeah, he was just like, yo, this girl is funny. Like, and I'm like, I'm telling you, like, this is wild. But everything that I wanted in a husband, because I was in this phase in college where they were like, oh, write what you want down. And I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to write what I want down in like a partner, because I'm not trying to get married. Everything was on that list, from like plays an instrument, compassionate, you know what I mean? Like, is in the arts, but not an actor.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do that.
There are just some real specific things on the list. And like the one thing that I forgot to be put on the list was must be black, because that is like, I just assumed that the partner was just going to be black. So I was like, oh, that's a given.
That's
and
not how white God works.
So shook.
White God gives you white men. That's how white God works.
But I believe in Black Jesus.
Oh, well, you don't believe enough, clearly.
I played myself.
Your Black Jesus got blue eyes. Your Black Jesus looks like...
I rebuke white Jesus.
Your Black Jesus looks like Michael Ealy, and that's how you ended up with this white man on your side. But that's okay. It's a beautiful love story. I love it so much. And you know what? This is a perfect way for us to take a break. We're going to be back with more My Mama Told Me and more Danielle Pinnock. And we are back.
Yes!
Yeah, we're back here with more Danielle Pinnock, more My Mama Told Me. We're still talking about the possibility that a dream of fish tells you, it's not an implication, motherfucker. It is a certainty that somebody in your life is pregnant. Have you yourself ever dreamt of fish? Has fish ever come up in your dreams?
I mean, like, cravings wise, just because I'm like greedy and I love crab legs and like actual shrimp and stuff. Sure. But like if I'm dreaming of fish, it's like usually in a like a little plastic bag with Cajun spice. Like it's never like fish roaming and doing stuff. No, it's like, ooh, I'm about to have that tonight.
I got you. It's fish sticks. It ain't fish living.
Exactly.
It's interesting you bring that up, because I actually think that segues really nicely into some of the research that I found. So I wanted to really unpack, right? Where does this come from? Why fish? All of these things are really important questions for me to understand. And one of the things that I read is that fish are almost universally seen as a symbol of fertility because of a number of reasons. But one of the reasons they point to is the large amount of eggs that they lay, right? Oh. That like fish have a shit ton of eggs, which I think implies like fertility and subsequently, the possibility of pregnancy being high.
Wow, that's deep. I had no clue.
I didn't either. I was like, fish seems random as fuck. But then this is the other part that messed me up, was they said that the other thing that it could be is that the fish in the dream symbolizes the fetus as a water dwelling being, just as fishes, as the fish live inside of our watery bodies. You know what I mean?
That's wild. I mean, my thing is like, what kind of fish do you have to dream of? Is it like tilapia? Do you know what I mean? Like, what is the dream? Like, is it like salmon? Is it a swordfish? Sure. Like, I just kind of want to get more specific on, like, does a swordfish mean twins? You know what I mean? Like, what is the thing? What is it? Or is it just a myriad of fish just all chilling? You know what I mean? That's the thing. I don't know.
First of all, I don't know why a swordfish would be twins, but I hope that is the case. I hope you're 100% correct that the fish and then the sword are somehow equal to twins. I don't know the math there, but I love it. I love it so much.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure stuff out. Like, how do we do this?
No, I hear you. And there are a lot of, when you dig into some of the research, there are a lot of different caveats that they add to what type of fish and what sort of form the fish come in that actually changes the type of baby, changes the certainty of the child, changes the circumstances for the child. All of this comes into play depending on how your dream plays out.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool. And then it starts to get a little haunting. You know what I mean? Like, it's not all great. And some of it, because there are other reasons that they say fish, right? And I want to finish those before I get into the specifics of the others. But it does get a little scary where it starts being like, if a fish got 3 eyes, then that means this. And if a fish got half a fin, then that means you're going to be broke with a baby and your leg going to fall off. And it's like, all right, dog, relax. You're truly making my life living hell more than helping me comfort myself inside of these dreams.
I'm shook. Half a fin? Oh my gosh. I need full fins.
I would love a fish with full fins.
That's it. Dang. I'm shook.
I guess this is a good question before we get into the specifics, but are you the type of person who sort of like lives by these various omens? Are you a person who looks to the stars and your moon signs and all the things to make sense of your world? Or are you truly like, nah, I'll be fine either way?
You know, it varies. Like, sometimes I'm just like, okay, my mom is being dramatic, or like, these people are being dramatic with all this stuff. But I have seen some wild stuff. I mean, I think like when you grow up in the church, like, some of these prophecies, you'd be like, all right. But then some of them becoming true. And I'm like, wait, I'm shook. Right. I remember this is so wild, bro. My mom, because I had just came out of this relationship, and my mom was like, you need Christ in your life. So we're going to go on a gospel cruise. We're going to go on a gospel cruise. And I was like, dear God, this is the last thing I need.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Wait a minute. She was like, you're in the middle of a breakup. You're obviously spiraling from a very difficult relationship ending. And your mom's thinking was, you need God. And the only way to find God is on a gospel
cruise.
Jesus Christ.
It was hilarious. Mind you, BB and CeCe Winans were there.
Okay.
And like all these, like, Kirk Franklin was there. And all these pastors and stuff. Like, it was kind of like this, like, elite black gospel cruise. And I kind of love, even though I was like, yo, Mom, this is a lot. I kind of was jamming to the concert because Kirk Franklin would stop, came on. I was like, hey, okay. I was like, this ain't half bad.
Yeah.
But there was this guy who was there that was doing prophecies, which I was like, I can't even deal with this today. But
did he have like I'm going to keep asking more questions because some of this is not easy to process. A man doing prophecies, do he have like a tent set up on the deck? Like, what do you mean?
He literally was on the deck with a marker and a dry erase board.
Whoa.
And it was kind of like the psychic from Netflix, Tyler Henry, when he's just kind of writing and scribbles, and he's like, okay, this is how he died. Is there chest pressure? Like,
whoa.
It was kind of like that. So my mom was like, you need a prophecy. And I'm like, I don't want to see this Joel Osteen looking man on the deck. I was like, this man got too many curls for me to prophesy over my life. I'm not even feeling it at all. But one of the things that he did say, which still to this day has freaked me out.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you're going to be there's going to be a rough time globally far in your future. And are you an actor? And I was like, barely. Because at that point, I was just kind of like doing little gigs and stuff. He was like, you're going to be an actor on a major broadcast television show. And he was like, the title of the show is going to make people nervous in the Christian world, but it's going to be family friendly. And it's going to make you a lot of money. That's what he said. And my mom was, as soon as she heard a lot of money, she was like, praise Jesus. And then when I booked Ghosts, I remember telling my family the time of Ghost, like, oh, it's called Ghost. And there's this thing in Jamaica called Duppy, which is basically just like it's a ghost, but it's an evil ghost. So they're like, oh God, it's Satan. Whoa. She's on the show about Satan. And I was like, oh my God, I think that man was right. I think he really, I was like, that's crazy. And at first I was like, yo, this man is on drugs. I was like, there's no way. I was like, there's no way I could ever be on TV because I was such a theater girl through and through and like did comedy, you know, and all that stuff. And I never wanted to be on TV. And then for him to say I was going to be on TV, I was like, he's on drugs. There's no way. And then when I booked Ghost, I was like, yo, I think that prophet got some juice. Wait a minute. I had no idea. It's wild. It's wild.
Wait, so
and he kept on doing like these little dollar signs.
How are you not hunting down this man's church to like worship at his temple? You know what I mean? Like you got to be a part of whatever he's offering now.
I wouldn't even know where to find that man in a Ralph's, okay? I wouldn't even know where to find that man. I wouldn't even know where that man with them little curls are. I couldn't even tell you. But I remember that, and I remember my mom being like, write it in your journal. And I'm like, oh my God. And I remember finding the journal and being like, oh, he was right. This is crazy. This is crazy. And like, he was like, he really got very specific. And I was shook because I never had a reading before. And I never I've always kind of been on the fence with church because I used to be in church all weekend. And I was like, can I just have a break, y'all, please? But it was like the first time where I was like, oh yeah, I think there's stuff that's beyond us. I was like, I think there is stuff beyond us that we really can't comprehend.
That's so scary and beautiful. I think it has a level of like beauty too. I'm going to look up the dry erase pastor. I'm going to see if I can find, I'm going to start hunting down the dry erase pastor and see if I can find him because I want a prophecy read.
Listen, it was wild. It was wild. It truly was.
Damn. Yeah. How many years are we talking in between your dry erase prophecy to the booking of Ghosts?
It was about 14 years.
Fuck. So he was really down the line on that bad boy. He was like, nah, it's going to be a while. Yeah.
That's what he was like. It's going to be a minute. He was like, but there's a thing. It's a broadcast show. And I was like, the fuck is he talking about? Broadcast show? I was like, Jamie Foxx show? Like, what are we talking about? Like, what are you talking about broadcast? And I was like, because when you're coming from theater, you don't really know what the TV vocabulary is. So I was like, broadcast? What is broadcast?
Right.
You know what I mean? I was like, what is that even? I was like, yo, I'm about to have a radio show. I'm about to be like Wendy Williams. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what do you mean, big dog?
Yeah, I had no clue. But it was wild. Like, when I booked Ghost, my mom was like, you remember that prophet? Mm-hmm. And I was like, Mom!
No, don't do this.
My mom be taking, because her memory Rolodex is serious. She like, remember that prophet? And I'm like, yo, Mom, I'm dead. She's so serious. But
that's
it was
so
wild.
funny and wild. So we got to circle back to these goddamn fish. And I'm sorry to say goddamn now after such a beautiful, very Christian prophecy was shared with me. But there are others who argue, and I think this is important, there are others who argue that the fish dreams may result, and you talked about this earlier actually, may result from the foods you can't eat when you're pregnant. That because of large predatory fish often carrying higher levels of mercury. Tuna, stored fish, sharks, all the things that potentially have a shit ton of mercury in them, women are often told to avoid them when pregnant. And the suggestion is that your body has a natural instinct towards warning women even before they're aware of these restrictions.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So like your
I'm
body
shook.
could be like, yo, you don't, tuna fish, it's a warning from not eating the tuna fish because you can't eat the tuna fish.
I pray I don't have any dreams about shrimp. I have to have it. That's my prayer. I have to have it. Like, I probably have shrimp once every 2 weeks.
Well, to comfort you actually, shrimp is not on the list of high mercury. Amen. So you're good. You're fine. Yeah, I think you can keep eating shrimp. You enjoy
Amen.
yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
The Lord works in mysterious ways. And for you, it was protecting shrimp at all costs.
I'm dead. That's it. That's it. Love it.
Keep loving on shrimp. There are also other suggestions that the fish can relate to memories from fish of your past. Oh. You know what I mean? So our dreams in some ways are suggested to be hidden codes for our past and our deepest desires. And perhaps they're saying the fish is merely a little bit of a puzzle piece for your brain. So it's a little bit of like a Da Vinci Code sort of thing happening where you don't know why it means what it means, but something from your history would help you understand that this has in fact led to some kind of pregnancy either in you or around you.
Shook. Yo, this is deep.
Yeah,
yo, this is way deeper than I thought. Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm shook.
Listen, you can make anything deep if you just
you're right.
If you make a bunch of different answers to it, you can be like, yeah, it could be any of these things. And that I think that is where, as we're talking about whether or not you buy in or don't buy into all of like the prophecies and all the things, this is where I struggle, right? It's not that there aren't moments where these amazing things happen exactly like what you're talking about. A man with a dry erase board tells you all the things that are going to happen both in a global future and your specific future, and then it comes true. That's fucking crazy. But then there's another part of me that goes, yeah, but he told you 25 other things that you don't remember and that had no actual connection to anything that's become of you. And so it just is like throwing darts, and he just, you know, you'll hit something.
It is. And that's the thing. I think I really want to go around, like, I don't think I could ever really be a psychic, but I have kind of a spirit and a face where people can't believe me. I think you. like I think that really could be, it's like the ultimate hustle. Like, I really do think like psychics, it's like the ultimate hustle.
Yeah.
Where you can be like, you have somebody in your life named with the letter M. Am I right? You know what I mean? And you're like, oh my God, my Uncle Michael. You know what I'm saying?
Like, yeah,
you're like,
I mean,
that's it.
I had a 1 out of 26 chance that I was going to name a letter. And most of us have more than, 26 people in our lives, even tangentially.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Exactly.
I got an M somewhere in here.
Somewhere in it. That's the thing. Like, it's hard because I'm also very much so on the fence with a lot of these things. But then there are some things where I see and I'm like, wow, that really did happen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the prophecy, my mom. This just...
She be going. I love that your mom be throwing... She's got prophecies every which way.
She be going... She goes in and I'll be like... I think this is why I'm always so skeptical. But this one actually took me out. I was still living in her house. My mom was like obviously super Christian. And I remember when I lost my virginity. And she, 2 weeks, like literally 2 weeks later, came up into my room at 3:00 in the morning and was like, you lost your virginity. And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't. Please don't throw me out this house because I don't have no money for rent. I didn't.
I'm not a sinner.
She's like, you lost your virginity. And she was like, I just had a dream. She was like, and you lost it in the car. She was like,
oh no.
I said, no. I was like, I did it. Surely did. And she was like, and how dare you lose it to gospel music?
Oh no.
Which... CeCe Winans' Alabaster Box randomly came on in the middle of it.
Oh my God.
Which still to this day takes me out. She was like, we're going to church first thing in the morning. It was like a Tuesday. So I'm like, why are we in church on Wednesday just to be here? Nobody else is there. Now we're just praying together. Like, it took me down.
Whoa.
'Cause I thought I was going to be all secretive. And there was like no evidence. There was nothing in there. She just woke up 3 a.m. She was like, you lost it. She was like, shame.
Let me say this. The fact that on that boat cruise, you didn't go up to CeCe Winans and tell her this story feels like a failure on your part. I'll say this. I'm fine with you losing your virginity. I'm certainly fine with you losing it in the car. Who amongst us didn't? I'm even okay with CeCe Winans coming on. But the fact that you didn't immediately make it your journey to go to CeCe Winans and be like, I boned to your music, CeCe. And my mama found out in a prophecy. Anyway, bye. Love you.
Cold open. That is a cold open if I ever saw one.
Oh, man.
My God.
Truly, these prophecies are actually starting to get a little chilling for me. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Danielle Pinnock and more My Mama Told Me. And we are back.
Yes.
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Yeah, we're back here with more Danielle Pinnock, more My Mama Told Me. We're still talking about the possibility that dreams of fish lead to pregnancy. That is the theory that is on the table, and we are digging deep into this research. And I want to now throw you a bunch of the examples that I found of like specifics around the fish. And what I'd love to do with you, because some of them, as I mentioned, get very specific and very weird as you unpack them. I would just love your thoughts, your general thoughts as we go through each one. I'll throw one your way. You tell me what you're thinking. Is it right? Is it wrong? Is it weird? Is it heartbreaking? I don't know. You tell me what you're seeing and if you've ever had any experience like it.
Love it.
Great. So let's start easy. There are suggestions about the colors of the fish, right? They say if the fish you're dreaming about is black, then it is said that you're set to give birth to a baby boy. That's the theory. Baby boy, black fish means baby boy, and literally any other color is a girl. That's what I read.
Oh, wow. First of all, blackfish, this giving me real Entezaki Shange for colored fish who consider suicide. When the ocean isn't enough, like I can't handle it. Okay, blackfish, I'm not mad at it. Also, have you seen that documentary about that blackfish? That was a metaphor for black people in real time. That's how I feel. They dragged that fish from his homeland, and then put him down south for people to be spectating and eating.
Tilikum.
Yeah,
the big old killer whale.
Killer whale. Yeah, I think that was a metaphor for black people.
Yeah,
it was. They snatched him, brought him down south.
He wasn't accepting slavery lying down. He was really going to fuck some people up on his way out.
Yeah. Rest in peace to that trainer. But, listen, R.I.P. But yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I think that was a metaphor. That documentary really had me in my feelings in real time. Okay, blackfish, so that means a boy. Boom.
Blackfish means boy. Literally any other color is a girl, which feels a little rude to women, I guess, in the prophecy of it all.
It's not specific. And it's like, I want to know what kind of woman. You know what I mean? Is a black woman, is a woman from the Latinx culture, South Asian women, like which fish
I like
means
that you
which
think
thing.
that the parents' colors are not determining the color of this baby and race of this baby. It is in fact more the dream that decides if this nice Asian couple is going to end up with a black girl baby.
I'm trying to tell you, Jordan Peele, call us. That's it.
It's all dreams, baby.
It is. Like, I'm not mad at that.
No, I'm not mad at it either. I think we've got something here. Here's another one that I'd love to hear your thoughts on. They say if this is a scary one. They say a dead fish in a dream is said to be a warning sign of something unhealthy happening to the baby or the baby being lost. A dead fish.
Lost?
Like miscarriage or
Oh, my-
stillbirth.
I was like, or
those
like at
kinds
the
of things.
stolen at
No.
the. I thought like stolen at the hospital.
No, I don't think it's that.
Oh my God!
I don't think the baby's
steal this baby.
I don't think the baby's on an purgatory island with a smoke monster. I think it's more the baby's just
oh my God,
no longer with us.
Okay. Now okay. I'm stressed, but I'm not as stressed as the stolen baby
Sure.
from the hospital. And I need to know which fish is that. Is it like mahi-mahi? Like what is, see, that's the thing. Like they got to get specific on these fish for us so then we can kind of make some note cards and know in advance, okay, salmon means this.
Right. If you
know what I mean?
And I do think that might be something we could work on, is just putting together a chart where it's like you have pictures of various fish that after you have the dream, you wake up, you're like, oh, God damn it, salmon. Oh, no. Okay. No, this is okay. Salmon's fine. This is okay.
Yeah, I would buy that. I mean, I buy anything on Amazon. Are you kidding? The Fish Diaries? I would literally be combing through that. Yeah. I need to know.
We've got a lot to work on. We've got this color pitch that we've got going. We've got this chart for women that are waking up with fish dreams. This is a lot of tasks for us to take on, and I wouldn't be surprised if there are more that we add on as we go along through this list. I'll throw this one your way. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. They say that a salty fish, which I didn't know what the fuck that meant, a salty fish, but they said a fish with salt on it was an option. Yeah. It suggests either lasting richness or a fear that your child will be a burden to you.
That's it. And we have saltfish in Jamaica. We put it with ackee. They also call it bacalao. So that's it.
So you think
I get it.
So that specifically is talking about saltfish, and if you dream of saltfish, and this is where it fucked me up, or at least I struggled a little bit. It's that or. It's a big divergence in the or. Yeah. One is like lasting richness. Like you're gaining eternal wealth, or your child is going to be an absolute burden in your life. Like they're not close in their meaning.
Yeah. See, I'm trying to tell you that either or will get you. That's the psychic.
Yes.
It's literally like you never know. It's literally, that's the scam where it's like it could be saltfish, but it could not. And then for me, who has anxiety, I'm like, what is it? I need to know. Yeah. Dang. Saltfish. Okay. I'm going to remember that.
No, it truly will leave you stuck for a long time being like, okay, well, I'm either going to be the richest man in history or my kids, I'm going to resent them forever and always. I don't know.
Period. That's it. That's literally it. Dang. Okay. Come on, saltfish.
Come on, saltfish. Give me a good answer, saltfish. Here's another crazy one. Large fish. Large fish could be positive benefits or evil lurking in your life.
Yo, it's like, can we get a chance?
Yes.
Can we live? Can we breathe? Like, what's good? Like, evil lurking.
Yeah.
No.
These people don't know a middle ground at all. They're not hitting a middle class in any of these conversations. It truly is just either or, the best thing that could happen to you or the worst thing that could happen to you.
See, and that's the thing. It's like the scam. It's good or bad. You know, if you see flounder, you know what I mean, from Little Mermaid in a dream, it's like, yes, flounder is about to be your best friend. So that means your child is going to be your best friend. But also flounder means that you can meet Ursula by accident. What? Which one is it? You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to have the best friend. But now Ursula's lurking. It's a scam.
Now she's going to steal my voice. And I'm gonna have to kiss a man on a boat.
Exactly.
To get my shit back.
Exactly. I hate it. I hate this scam. I don't like this.
So it doesn't get easier because there are also this additional caveat of a large fish in a small pond is said to mean that money that you are grasping for but not yet ready to reach. And in the description they say that when you get this big fish in the small pond, you're often in the dream attempting to catch the big fish, but cannot reach it, can't catch the fish at all.
See, I need the coins when I need the coins.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So it's like the way Sally Mae is set up, She needs her money on time.
Yeah, she ain't
So I
taking
don't
fish
want that
dreams
fish
as
dream.
credit for
But actually, that's a good excuse. If you think about it. Be like, Sally, I dreamed of the shark. So sorry.
Yeah.
Can't
I
do
dreamed
it.
of a shark I couldn't catch, so I unfortunately I will not have your $300 this week.
Apologies in advance. Apologies in advance. Be blessed.
We love you, Sally. We love you so much,
We
Sally.
love you, Sal.
Thanks for everything you do for us.
Exactly. Dang.
So,
okay.
So this one gets weird. There is also apparently dreams of human-looking fish. That if your fish that you're dreaming of either is humanoid or has a human face, a la Shape of Water type thing, this is said to represent people of good character, or if they have an ugly face, it could represent someone bad in your life. So if they're a beautiful, handsome fish, then it's like, oh, you got good people in your life. And then if they're ugly, it means you got a trickster in your shit.
What? Okay, so I wake up from a dream and the fish looks like Shaq. What does that mean for me?
That's an ugly fish. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's an ugly motherfucking fish.
I'm dead. It's kind of like, okay, like what?
Now you got to check you got to look around and be like, who the fuck amongst me is.
But also, like, Michael B. Jordan, he's fine. But like, a fish with a mustache, that's kind of scary. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I don't know.
I truly don't know if there's a person beautiful enough on earth to be a fish. And I'm like, yo, that's a bad fish. I fuck the shit out that fish.
Nah. I don't have it. I don't know. There's no way. Like a sea bass with a Steve Harvey mustache. Like, I'm scared.
It's not good. Yeah, I agree.
It's not good.
I read this and I was like, it feels like y'all are stretching here, y'all. I don't know.
Every time.
This don't feel good to me. But okay, here's the one of the last ones. Treasure in a fish dream. Apparently, you can have a fish dream and then sometimes there's like treasure, like a treasure box somewhere in the dream. And I thought that was going to be like really good, but apparently that's more of a struggle for power or like a recent gain in like knowledge. So like it's like you're attempting to get paid or get power out of some shit.
This is tough. So like Scrooge McDuck fishes, that's not good.
It's not as good as you would think. You would think that's going to be pretty sweet.
I don't like this.
No.
I don't know who did this Google Doc for all these fishes and did the research, but they tried it because it's like, can we win?
I'm going to be honest.
Can we win?
It feels like someone in your family put this together, and I think you got to hold them accountable more than I do.
No, I think it's the WhatsApp pastor. It's her. She did it. The WhatsApp pastor, without question. She was like, boom, got it.
I'll take care of this.
Ugly fish with a human face.
I'll have this trending in WhatsApp messages. ASAP.
Exactly. Dang, that's hilarious.
The last one that I'll share with you is that fishing. If you are in your dream and you are fishing, not catching fish necessarily, but if you're fishing in your dream, it is said to be you trying to catch someone in real life or even confronting repressed emotions.
Okay. So that's the Brene Brown fish. That's a therapy fish. That fish has a short blonde haircut. Okay, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. Yes, I'm telling you, vulnerability, imperfection. That's that fish.
Yes.
Yeah, that fish has a TED Talk, and I'm not mad at it.
You don't mind a fishing dream. These other ones you're a little more opposed to. This one you're like, nah, I can deal with this.
I don't mind it.
Well, Danielle,
these are great.
Yeah, we did it. I think that's as many prophecies as I think either of us can probably handle. Could you tell the lovely people at home where they can find you and what cool shit you have going on?
Listen, hey, lovely people, you can find me on social media at Body Courage, BODYCOURAGE. And if you want to laugh about, the misadventures Black people go through in the industry, follow me at #booked on Instagram.
Hell yeah. So Yeah, dope.
Yes.
Follow Danielle. She's hilarious. And as always, or well, not as always, I don't say it every week, but I'm going to say it this week. Watch Ghosts on CBS on Thursdays. And you can follow me at Langston Kerman. And I don't know what I'm doing on there, but I'll be doing
Bust
stuff.
down.
Yeah, bust down,
You're killing it. You're killing it.
Causing
Insecure.
chaos.
Come on.
Making the world a slightly worse place with the stupid things me and my friends made. And as always, you can send us your drops, your conspiracy theories, any of your fucked up opinions on what we have going on here at mymammapod@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, that's it. Bye, bitch. The government growing babies. Microchips in your